I'm going to talk about upcoming patterns. So there's some negative PNA, but when you go more southwest, PNA gets stronger. When you go more northeast, it gets weaker. So let's go to next hour. But it's weaker than like So December 23rd is weaker than December 22nd. So some negative PNA, and this when you go more southwest, it weaker it gets, stronger it gets. When it goes northeast, it gets weaker. There's some negative PNAs. So let's go to 24 hours after that, which is 7 p.m. There's some negative PNAs. So let's go to 24 hours after that. There's some negative PNAs. So let's go to 24 hours after that. 7 p.m. There's negative PNAs. So start from beginnings. So you can see how strong it is. December 22nd to December 23rd. Let's see. It got can't see if it's good. It's 24 hours difference. So it's got weaker from December 22nd to 23rd. It's got weaker. So 23rd to the 24th. Let's see. It got stronger actually. So more northeast. So actually more northeast. That was December 22nd to 23rd, 23rd to the 24th. So 24th to the 25th. Let's see. So 24th to the 25th, the PNA got even stronger. So let's double check. So 7 p.m. Let's do 70-second hours to see the 66 hour, the 66 hour to the 90th hours. So let's go to 90th hour. So you can see it got stronger, it doesn't even change that much. So it's got actually a little bit weak. Actually, it got weaker after the 90th hour, but it's actually weaker. Negative PNA. So let's go to final hours, which is 114 hours. Let's do it again. Let's go to 90th hour. So it got weaker negative PNA. So I mean, if we go more southwest, it's gonna get stronger, even south. But that's and when you go more to east, the PNA gets weaker, the negative PNA. So actually positive PNAs. So let's talk about the pressure patterns. So just refresh. 1028 millibars of pressure affecting southern Ontario. Let's go to the 7 p.m. So 1028 and 1024 millibars of pressure. Let's go to 24 hours after that. There's some 1000 and something. So 1016 and 1012 millibars of pressure. Let's go to 7 p.m. 1024 and so this is 1024 millibars of pressure. So let's go to Ontario views. So zoom out to Ontario. So that's the only one. So this only 1024 millibars of pressure. Let's go to 7 p.m. This is 1024 millibars of pressure. So zoom out to Ontario. So 1024 and 1028 millibars of pressure. Let's go to 10 p.m. This is 1008, 1012, 1016, and 1004 millibars of pressure. So zoom out to Southern Ontario. It's only 1016. So 1016 and 1004 is the most extreme. So let's go to Ontario, Southern Ontario. So that's the limit. So let's talk about the precipitation pattern. 1 p.m. This is nothing else. So 7 p.m. Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls City for 80, London. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to next hour, like 7 a.m. actually. So Most part of Toronto is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of snow, including Hamilton, Burlington, Niagara, and the Lake Niagara Falls cities. Going to parts of it is Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Sotheby, Midland, Orlando, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough. Going to get some 0.25 millimeters of 2.5 millimeters of snowfall in those cities. So let's go to Toronto. So actually doesn't count. So even though it's orange was too way off. So line said Obi, Whiteton, Owenside, Boylston, Hanover, London, Port Erie, parts of Niagara Falls cities gonna get some 0. Well, those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall except Owenside is skipped. So let's go to 1 p.m. actually. So Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough, Georginia, Orilla, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay, Midland. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. Let's go to Niagara rainfall. So Niagara and the Lake Niagara Falls City. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next hour. But it's 7 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's go to 7 a.m. There's nothing else. 1 p.m. There's nothing else. So 7 p.m. There's nothing else. 7 a.m. There's nothing else. 1 p.m. There's nothing else. 7 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's go to 7 a.m. So Scarborough, down Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Mississauga, Exodus accounts of Brampton, Orangeville, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough, actually skip Peterborough, so including Quebec. So Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Orlando, Palm Beach, Thunder Beach, Solid Bay, Midland, Port Hamilton, Niagara on the Lake, Niagara Falls City, going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snow, including Collingwood. So Lionshead or Bay, Waitano, and Sun, Port Elgin, Hanover, it's going to get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. So it's full. So let's go to 1 p.m. actually. So Lionshead or Bay, Waitano, Collingwood, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Solid Bay, Midland, Orlando, Barrie, Georginia, Beverly Isles, Scarborough, Stouffville, Newmarket, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Cobourg, Peterborough, Belleville, parts of Niagara, and then parts of Niagara Falls City, Port Elgin, Hanover. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters as a snowfall. So Mississauga, Brampton, Orangeville, parts of it, not parts of it. So downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters, no, 2.5 millimeters of rain snowfall. So Hamilton, parts of Niagara Falls cities. So those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So let's go to freezing rain. So London, London, it's gonna get some 0.25. No, it's going to get some 6.25 millimeters of freezing rain. Freezing rain. So Niagara Falls City for Erie is going to get some 0.25 parts of Niagara Falls City for Erie is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rains. So skip for the Erie, Green Spy, Orange Sound, Langton, and Long Point. So green, yeah, I did Green Spy. So Hamilton, Burlington. So Mrs. Sorry. So Orangeville is going to stay the same. Stay as snowfall. It's going to get some. Actually, it could be freezing, but it's going to stay as snowfall. It's going to be 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Stay static. Let's go to 7 p.m. So December 26th, 2025. So London, Hamilton, Niagara on the Lake. It's going to get some vocal. Those cities are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain. So Niagara Falls City for 80 discounts. It's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So Port Elgin, Honolulu is gonna get some going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. Mississauga, Brampton, downtown Toronto, parts of Scarborough is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So Scarborough is going to get some. Scarborough is going to get some 6.25. No, it's going to get some 12.5 millimeters of snowfall. So Scarborough is also going to get some. Scarborough is also going to get some 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Jodinia, Barrie is going to get some 0.25. No, 6.25 millimeters of snowfall. Cobourg is going to get some 6.25. Peterborough, Belva is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall. Beverly Isles, Collingwood is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of sleet. So let's see actually Collingwood properly. So Collingwood is actually going to get some. That doesn't change. So let's look at Whitetown. Whitetown is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of snowfall. So Lions Head is going to get some 0.25. Hopes Bay is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. So 2.5 is Bomb Beach. Stun Beach is going to get some. Stun Beach is actually going to get some 0.25. Solid Beach is 0.25. Midland is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of snowfall in Midland. Orilla is going to get some 2.5. Barrie is going to be 6.25. So let's go to Ottawa and Uxbridge. So Newmarket actually. So Newmarket is going to get it's going to get some 12.5 millimeters of snowfall, or the same thing as Orangeville. So the Orangeville Newmarket is actually going to get some 12.5 millimeters of snowfall. So Oshawa, Uxbridge going to get some, going to say mean average is going to be 2.5 millimeters of freezing rain, which is so Collingwood and something else is also gonna get it's doesn't change the precipitation amount doesn't change actually or the Beverly Ices is actually 0.25 millimeters of sleets and Collingwood the same thing as Beverly Isles so it doesn't change. So just let's go to next hour. Oh, that's the end of the precipitation patterns. So let's go to 7 p.m. London, 1 millimeters, Niagara Falls, it's going to get some 0.7 for area this account. Niagara on the lake 0.2, lightest, heaviest is 0.6. So heaviest. So Port Elgin is going to get some 0.2 millimeters. Hanover is going to get some. Hanover is going to get some 0.2 millimeters of rainfall. So or all precipitations. So let's go to 7 p.m. So Scarborough, Snowfall is gonna get some 0.7. Oshawa is 2, 0.7 is Uxbridge. Peterborough 2, Cobourg 2, Belleville 3, Niagara on the lake 0.7 and 0.7. Parts of Niagara Falls City is going to be 0.7. So Palm Beach, Salt Lake Bay, Midland 0.7. Thunder Beach is going to get 0.6. Beverly Isles is going to be 0.3 millimeters. So Georginia is actually going to be close to 0.6 millimeters. Lula is going to be 1.2 millimeter. Actually, it passes through. So it's going to be 1.2 millimeters of refusing actually rainfall, so precipitation, all precipitation. So let's go to next hour. Actually, let's go to 7 p.m. There is nothing else. So let's go to 7 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's go to final. No, this is final day. So London 9 millimeters, Wyatown 3 millimeters, Collingwood 8 millimeters, Newmarket 9, Uxbridge 9, Oshawa is 11, Stouffville 12, Downtown Toronto 17 millimeters, Brampton 19. So Mississauga is a little bit later. So Oshawa is so Cobourg 9. Peterborough 7, Belleville 6, Oshawa 11, 18 Niagara on the Lake, 16 Niagara Falls City, 48 Queens Bay, Long Point Langton, inside the sink counts. So Hamilton 60 millimeters. So let's do Mississauga. The Mississauga is going to get some 23 millimeters. Richmond Hill is going to get some 17 millimeters of rain precipitation, heavy precipitation. So Scarborough, you do that later on. So after the line said obey, so line said obey is going to be 4 millimeters of rainfall. Bombay is going to get some 5 millimeters of rainfall. Turner Beach is going to get some 5 millimeters of rainfall. Solid Bay is going to be 4. That means also actually that Beach is 5 millimeters. Bomb Beach 5 millimeters. So 6 millimeters in Bomb Beach. So for Elgin it's going to be 4 millimeters. Same thing as Hanover. So Hanover is going to be 4. So let's do Mississauga is already done. So Scarborough. So the Scarborough need to do that later. So Barry is going to be. So erase all of this. So Barry is actually going to be 9 millimeters, actually 8 millimeters. So Georginia has to be 9 millimeters, actually 8 millimeters. Beverly Hills is 9 millimeters. Orlando is actually going to be 4 millimeters. So let's actually correct later, like for Palm Beach, Hunter Beach. So Scarborough mean average is gonna take a minute. So the middle. So gonna use like Toronto, the heaviest. The Delta Toronto, the heaviest rainfall in Toronto to lightest in Toronto, close to Toronto, to find out Scarborough how much rainfall. So it's going to be 14.5 millimeters of rainfall in Scarborough. So let's see if we need to correct Thunder Beach Bomb Beach. There is nothing. It's only 6 millimeters Bomb Beach. So Midland is going to get some because it's the same things. So it's going to be same thing as Orilla. So Orilla is going to be 4 millimeters. So Midland is actually 4 millimeters of rainfall, but it's actually 5. So 5 millimeters of rainfall is in Midland. So let's go to winter precipitation, 12 hours. So uh, already here. So London 1.1, Niagara on the Lake 0.4, and 0.6 Niagara Falls City, Hamilton 0.2. So let's go to next 24 hours, 7 p.m. So Snowfall 0.4, Newmarket 0.1, Uxbridge 0.4, RM 1.0, Oshawa, Coburg 1.4, Peterborough 1.6, Melbourne 2.3, Niagara Falls City 0.1, including Niagara on the Lake. So, oh, Georgia. So Palm Beach is going to be 0.3 centimeters, 0.2. 3 centimeters, Sunny Beach is 0.2, Solid Beach is going to be 0.6, Midland is going to be 0.3 centimeters, Orilla 1.23, Georgia is going to be 0.3, Beverly Hills is nothing, Barry, nothing. So we correct everything. So let's go to 24 hours after that, which is 7 p.m. There is nothing else. Let's go to 7 p.m. There's nothing else. Let's go to 7 p.m. December 27th, or close to the end of the year, actually. So Brampton's at 18.4, downtown Toronto 16.6, Snowfalls 11.1, Oshawa is 10.9, Newmarket 8.5, Uxbridge 19.1, Peterborough minus 7.14, Coburg 19.12, Belleville 6.0, Niagara on the Lake 10.3, Niagara Falls City 7.9, Hamilton's 8.6, so 2.0 Whiteton, 8.0 is in Collingwood, so let's do Mississauga, let's do the heaviest. So it's actually going to be 20 centimeters, it's in Mississauga, so Scarborough is something else. So Barry, let's do Barry first. So Barry is actually going to get some 8.6 centimeters, 8.7 centimeters. Georgina is 8.7. Beverly Isles is going to get some difference. So it's actually going to be 8.9 centimeters. Olilla is going to be 4.2 centimeters. Same thing as actually midline a bit more south. So it's going to be 4.2, but it's going to be corrected later on. So Bombay is actually going to get some 5.4 centimeters. So that makes something different. So that's the same thing actually. So it doesn't change. So Thunder Beach to the later. So Lion's Head is going to get some. So Lion's Head is going to get some later on. So let's do Thunder Beach. So Thunder Beach is actually no, but solid base actually is going to be 4.1 no 4.2 centimeter. That's solid base. So 4.4 centimeters isn't solid base, so it's already doesn't bomb is on the finish. So line set or base is going to get some 4.4 centimeters of snowfall. So wire 10 is done. So Port Elgin is going to get some 2.8. So it's close to 4 centimeters. So it's actually going to get some 3.8 centimeters. So actually 3.9. So that makes the something difference. So Port Elgin, so Hanoi is going to get some. Hanoi is going to get some 4 centimeters. So 3.9 to Port Elgin. That makes something else. So Beverly Isles is going to get some. Doesn't change. So let's go to next hour actually. Or that's the limit. The good spot. There's something popping up. So Miss Brampton is 3.3. So Mississauga is going to be heavier. So Mississauga is going to be later on. So Uxbridge is 10.6. Oshawa is 16.4. Niagara Falls City is 2.2. Niagara on the Lake also is going to be like 0.25 millimeters. Actually, it's going to be 2.2. 2.2. So Hamilton 7.6. Collingwood 7.7. Whitehead doesn't count. So that's correct. Niagara on the lake later on. So Mississaugas. So the heaviest is going to be 18. So Mississaugas actually could be 3.3, the lightest precipitation. So Niagara on the lake. So the heaviest is 2.2. So it's the same. So Oakville's going to be, no, Port Elgin is going to be borderline something. So it's the third layer. It's actually 6.25 millimeters of freezing sleet. So hardware is saying 6.25. So let's look at if we finished everything. So so we did Brampton. So Beverly Isles is actually going to get some borderline 2.5 millimeters of sleet. So hardware is a bit. So Hamilton 5 millimeters, everywhere in Niagara Falls 6 millimeters, London 9 millimeters. So Mississauga is going to be 0.25 between 2.5 and 0.25. So it has to be heavier. So it's gonna take a minute to find out that Mississauga. Actually, let's do for Port Elgin Honors first. Port Elgin is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of freezing rain. So Honor is going to get some 0.27 millimeters of freezing rain. So that's going to be too low. So gonna take a minute. So for Mississauga, down to Toronto is with 0.26 millimeters of freezing rain. So Scarborough is going to get some 0.27 millimeters of freezing rain. So 1.3 millimeters of freezing rain in system Mississauga. So 1.3 is going to be middle because the middle of 5 millimeter, 2.5 and nothing else. So that's why it says 1.3 millimeters. So it's full, it's going to get nothing else. So it could be nothing. So so let's look at the air temperature pattern or the temperature precipitation was like. Let's go to random hour actually. This is on first time we see freezing rain. Actually they could do random. So 0.25 millimeters so sleet is freezing rain is in snowfall. So let's go to 114 hours. And the same thing 0.25. So London -1, Bytown 1 degrees, Collingwood with 0 degrees, 1 degrees in Downtown Toronto, Hamilton 1 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls is 1 degrees, Cobourg 1 degrees, so Scarborough is gonna be 0, Mississauga 1 degrees, so Richmond Hill 0 degrees, so Snowfall -1, Newmarket Orange Falls -1, Uxbridge -2, Shavas -1, so Peterborough -1, Belleville -1, so it cleared everything. So we did Newmarket so forth. So let's do Peterborough, Coburg, Belleville. So London -1, Brighton -1 degrees, Collingwood 0 degrees. So cool, same thing as we don't need to change. So Lions Head or Bay is going to be 1 degree. So Palm Beach. Starlight Beach, 1 degrees. Thunder Beach is going to be 2 degrees. So let's do Lake Simcoe. So Barrie is going to be -2 degrees. Georginia is going to be -0 degrees. Beverly Ice is -1. Or Lilla is going to be -1 degrees. Actually, -2. So -2 degrees. So -1 is in Orlilla. So Port Elgin 1 degrees. Hanover is 1 degrees. So let's go to the next hour. 7 a.m. actually. London 1 degrees, Warriortown 0, Collingwood 0, Stouffville 0, 0.5 Scarborough, Downtown Toronto 1 degrees, 1 degrees in Brampton, Mississauga, Hamilton, everywhere in Niagara Falls, Oshawa, Cobourg 1, Belleville 1 degrees, so Newmarket, Orangeville, Uxbridge 1 -1, Peterborough 0, so Mississauga, Richmond Hill is going to be So Richmond Hill is actually going to be 0 degrees, so Mississauga. So Lions Head or Bay is going to be 1 degrees. Palm Beach, Solid Bay, Dunn Beach is going to be 1 degrees, including Midlands. So Georginia 1, Beverly Isles, Barrie 0, Orilla 0, so Port Elgin 0, 1, Hanover 0, so 1 degrees. So let's go to 3 p.m. December 23rd. So London 6 degrees, Whitehall 2 degrees, Collingwood 2, Newmarket 2, Stouffville 2, Brampton 3, Mississauga 3, Downtown Toronto 3, Richmond Hill 3, Scarborough is also 3 degrees, Oshawa is 2, Uxbridge 2, Peterborough 2, Belleville 2, Cobourg 2, Fort Niagara on the Lake 3 is in Niagara Falls City, Hamilton 4 degrees, Lions Head or Bay is going to be 3 degrees. So that's actually correct. So Bombay is 2 degrees. So Thunder Beach is 3 degrees. Actually, that's correct. 3 degrees. Solid Bay is 2 degrees. Midland 2 degrees. Olala 2. Barrie 2. Georginia 2. Beverly Isles is 2 degrees. Port Elgin 3 degrees. Hanover is going to be 2 degrees. So or actually 3 degrees. So 2 degrees. So let's go to next hour actually. So 7 a.m. actually. So So Lion's Head is going -6, Hope's Bay -6 actually. So Wyerton -6, Collingwood -5, London -3, Brampton -3, Downton -3, Topher -3, Scarborough -4, Richmond Hill -3, Mississaugas -3, -2. Somewhere is 3 most of the time, so Archer's -4. Newmarket, Orangeville is going to be -5 degrees. Uxbridge is -6. Oshawa is -4. Peterborough -5. Coburg -3. Belva -3. Niagara on the lake -0. Niagara Falls City is -1. Hamilton -2. Port Elgin -5. Hanover is going to be -6 degrees. So let's do Bombay is -6. Thunder Beach is -6. Could be 5.5. -5. Maximum minus is 5.5. So Salt Lake Bay is -7. So Barrie -7. Georginia is going to be -5.5. Beverly Isles -6. Actually -6 this time. So Alala is going to be -7 degrees. So let's go to Beverly Isles. So let's go to 3 p.m. Whiteham -3, Collingwood -3, Port Elgin -2, Hanover is going to be -2 degrees, so it's -2 degrees. So Brampton -2, Downton -2, Mississauga -2, -2 is in Richmond Hills, so Tofu -4, Scarborough -3, Oshawa is -4, Newmarket -4, -3 is Orangeville, Uxbridge -6, Peterborough -5, Coburg -3, Belvoir -3, everywhere Niagara Falls -1, Hamilton -0, so London 1 degrees. The boy Elgin 2 -3 is in, no, -2 is actually in Hanover. So Lions Head, Obey -3. Bomb Beach -4, Solid Thunder Beach -4, Solid Beach -5, Berry -5. So let's erase. So let's do Georginia. Georginia is -6. So it's actually -5 degrees. So -5 is actually wrong. So it could be -4 actually. Beverly Ice is -4. Alula is going to be closer -5 degrees. So that's the closest. So London. So let's go to next hour. So it is 7 a.m. London -3, -1, Bytown 0, Collingwood, Newmarket, Orangeville -1, Stouffville -1, Toronto -1, Scarborough is going to be -1, so -1. So Mississauga's -1 degrees. Brampton -2, Richmond Hill is actually -1, so -2. So -1 is actually -2. Oshawa is -1, Uxbridge -1, Peterborough -1, 0 is in Coburg, Belleville is -1, Niagara on Lake -1, Niagara Falls City is -2, Hamilton -1, Port Elgin -1, Hanover is going to be -1, Collingwood. So Lions Head or Bay is going to be -1 degrees. Bomb Beach is going to be -1. Thunder Beach is actually going to be -1. Solid Bay is going to be -2. Midland is actually going to get -1 degrees. Actually, it's going to be -2 degrees Midland. Or the last to be -3. So Barrie is actually going to be needs to be corrected. So Barrie is going to be -1 degrees. Virginia 0. Beverly Hills is 0. So let's go to next hour, which is 3 p.m. London 1 degrees, Wyerton 5 -5, Collingwood -5, Brampton -2, Stouffville -3, Scarborough -2, Mississaugas -1, Hamilton 0, Niagara on the Lake 0, Niagara Falls City is -1, Newmarket -3, Orangeville -3, Uxbridge -4, Oshawa is -2, -1, Coburg -4, Peterborough, -3 Belleville, so -5 Barry, so so Barry is -5, Georginia is -3, Beverly Hills is -4, Lilla is going to be -5 degrees, Midland or Starlight Beach -5, Thunder Beach -5, Palm Beach -5, Lions Head -5, Holds Bay -5, Boy Elgin -4, Hanmer is going to be -4 degrees, London. So let's go to the so Delta Toronto -1. So let's go to 7 a.m. So Warrington -1, Collingwood -10, London -4, Brampton -8, Stouffville -6, Scarborough, Stouffville -10, -6, Delta Toronto, Brampton -8, so Mississauga -6, Green -5. So -5 is Mississauga. So Oshawa is -11, Newmarket is Orangeville -10, Uxbridge -12. So -11 is actually is going to be Orangeville. So actually -7 is Orangeville. So Peterborough -14, Coburg -11, Belleville -13, Niagara on the lake -44, -5 Niagara Falls City, Hamilton -3. So Lion's Head is going to be -5. Holds Bay is actually -5 also. Barry is going to be -12. Georginia is going to be -12. Beverly Isles -12. Alula is going to be -14. So let's go to -11. So -11 is in Bomb Beach. So Thunder Beach is going to be like -10 degrees. So it's actually going to be -10 degrees. Southern Beach actually is going to be -11 degrees. So Midland has to be -12 degrees. So 30 degrees. But actually -13 is in Midland. So Port Elgin -6. Hanmer -7. So let's go to final, which is 4 p.m. London -1, Brighton -5, Collingwood -7, Newmarket Orangeville -7, Stouffville -6, Delta Toronto -2, -3 Brampton, -3 is in no -2 is in Mississauga, Oshawa is -7, Uxbridge -8, Peterborough -10, Coburg -7, Belleville -10, everywhere in Niagara Falls -2, Hamilton -1, so Mississauga. So between those axes -3 degrees, Scarborough is between those numbers. So it's gonna later on. So -4 is no, it's gonna be -4. So -4 line set or base. So Bomb Beach is -8. So Salt Lake Bay is actually -8. So Thunder Beach is actually going to be -7. So -7. So that's Thunder Beach. So let's go to Barry. So Barry is going to get some -8. It could be -8. Georginia -8. Beverly Hills is -8. Orlilla minus something. Could be -10 actually. -10. -10 is in Orlilla. So Port Elgin -5. Hanover is going to be -5 also. Let's correct Scarborough. So Scarborough middle numbers. So Scarborough middle number is going to be -4 degrees. It's Scarborough, so let's correct Richard a little, even though you say twice. So between those axes -8 degrees, which Saga has already done. Let's go to 3 p.m. So between Illinois axis is going to be 0 degrees. So let's go to 7 a.m. So between is 1 degrees. So let's go to 3 p.m. Between Illinois axis is going to be 3 degrees. So let's go to 7 a.m. Minus 3 is in Richmond Hills. So it's actually minus 4. So it's in Hills. So let's go to 3 p.m. So minus 3, so it's actually minus 2. So minus 2 is in Richmond Hill, but okay. Let's go to 7 a.m. This could, some between L should be minus 2 degrees. So minus 2 degrees. So that's between L. Let's go to 3 p.m. actually. So minus 2 is in between L. Let's go to 7 a.m. So it's gonna be harder. So it's gonna be minus 8 degrees. So final hour 4 p.m. So minus 3 is in between Hill. So that's this is the end of the video.